What's up, folks? I'm back with another reaction, back with some more Duran Duran, and we're going back in a way to the Paper Gods album, though it's not actually a tune I have on my copy of the album. This is one of the bonus tracks. Shout out to a number of you who've either sent me tracks directly or given me access to drives and files where I can go through some of these bonus tracks, and not just for Duran, but you know, Izzy has sent me tracks from Arcadia. I'm going to get to those, I promise. But yeah, a number of bonus tracks for Duran, and ultimately I really do appreciate the involvement of other people in the channel now. It warms my heart. It makes me just motivated to keep doing what we're doing and keep exploring Duran and keep enjoying these tunes. I mentioned it recently. I just ordered a copy of A Diamond in the Mine, so we're going to have some more live Duran to listen to pretty soon. Power Station should be here tomorrow, so I know that's not technically Duran, but it's one of the side projects, so very excited to start going through that. A couple of you have sent me tracks from The Devils, so I do also want to get to TV Mania. So bottom line, there's a whole lot more stuff for those of you who love Duran and the projects related to Duran. So again, shout out to all of you. I really do appreciate it. But we're going to listen to a tune that Seb sent me. He sent me 4 of the tracks from Paper Gods, the bonus tunes. And it's called Planet Roaring. Obviously, a roar is a sort of energetic and powerful vocalization used in different places throughout the biological world for intimidation, for a declaration of hostility, and ultimately to showcase power or force. And again, that could be used strategically, it could be used sort of like reflexively or emotionally. You know, it could manifest in a few different ways, and obviously roaring in particular is associated with perhaps, you know, large cats more than anything else, you know, like tigers and lions, like truly powerful, like predatory apex sort of organisms. So to then say planet roaring, where a planet is a, you know, a large, in our case, rocky and water saturated body floating in space. But, you know, a planet could also take on sort of different connotations. You know, the planet could refer to sort of living creatures, and indeed there have been, you know, different theories over the centuries that Earth itself is a living entity, the Gaia hypothesis. And even if you don't take that on a super literal level, but and take it more to mean that, like, you know, Earth's ecosystems are very, like, not necessarily balanced, because you know, to me that suggests like a careful, deliberate setting of elements. Whereas, you know, if you look at the history of nature, it's, you know, very dynamic. Species come and go, conditions change. So ultimately, I don't think. Or not, I don't think, but even if you don't take it as a literal sort of hypothesis, I think the idea that Earth is a sort of like very tenuously strung relationships of living organisms and the environments in which they live, I think that could be a sort of powerful manifestation of the Gaia hypothesis, even again if you don't take it to a more literal level. But yeah, so again, the idea of a planet roaring, you know, it seems to suggest the idea of an entire network of living creatures in their physical environments, you know, sounding a barbaric yawp, to borrow a line from Walt Whitman, you know, sort of a declaration to other worlds or to the universe of its force and of its vitality. So yeah, we'll have to see how it manifests, but I'm interested by the title, and I think it sort of brings together different scales. Again, planet is, you know, one of the larger scales that we humans understand, because it is, you know, our entire existence throughout our entire history, with the exception of a few people going up to the moon. You know, like as Carl Sagan once said, every Satan sitter you've ever heard of, you know, every like general, every like religious figure, every teacher, every student, every young couple in love, they all lived here on this planet. So yeah, I'm interested by that scale, and then down to roaring, which is normally one biological creature articulating sort of an emotional and in some cases strategic vocalization. So yeah, like I said, I'm interested by the title. We'll have to see how it manifests. But yeah, here we go. This is Planet Roaring, one of the bonus tracks on Paper Gods by Duran Duran 2015. Oh, wow. space, it has an edge to it. Many of you will know I'm into trance and techno, and it's given me a dance floor kind of vibe. Come on. The low end of the tune is good though. It's got some heft. It's weird though, it sounds apocalyptic, but he's saying carry on, we'll sing into morning. I can hear you roaring, my friend. Roads on them keys. Guitar legs too. Is this Anna Ross again, or? Oh, this guitar solo. So is this Dom Brown? The guitar, it's like leading the way, it's like shining bright for the rest of us to follow. That's interesting. Now, I was thinking, just as it ended, there were a couple lines from the female singer, which again, I think Anna Ross was on a couple of the songs on this album, so perhaps that's who that was. Yeah, I'm not sure, but basically there were a couple lines that she sung that it sounded like she was speaking to another person, like, and you know, the dynamic between them. So I wondered if, you know, like the planet roaring could relate to like the way in which the world seems when you're in a particular dynamic with someone. You know, it's like the world around you seems to change based on what's happening in your life. So yeah, I'm still not quite sure exactly what's going on here, but I do think there's some interesting like line ingredients. So I'm gonna have to hear it some more. You know, think about the lyrics again, shout it out if there's a particularly like important line, or if you have a take that you think can inform my understanding, or just if you want to talk about it. It doesn't have to necessarily impact my understanding. Like as soon as I said that, it's like wait, and then like but no, please do comment if you have anything to say about the tune or this album overall. As I said, there's at least 3 more bonus tunes I already have here on this computer. I'm pretty sure I'll be able to get the other 2 at some point, or already have access to them. I'm still trying to go through everything, so you know, I'm also, you know, doing my real jobs and whatever. So yeah, just trying to balance everything. But bottom line, I am gonna get all through all the bonus tunes. Not only of this album, but of the wedding album. Big thing, I have some bonus tunes now. So bottom line, yeah, and some more Medazzaland ones. There's plenty more to go. So yeah, hopefully you're here for it. Let me know if you are. Shout out to those of you who have given me, I've gotten a lot of positive comments in the last few days. I'm just feeling very grateful and appreciative to those of you who, you know, enjoy and appreciate what we're doing here and sort of this, you know, group journey, you know, celebrating Duran Duran for a lot of you in particular, although again, some of you have shown up in my reactions to other bands or even like other genres or even some of my DJ mixes. So shout out to all of you who've expanded, you know, sort of your own horizons while I'm expanding mine. Yeah, so this is just an awesome interchange of people and music and groups and ideas. So thank you to all of you for being part of it. Let me know if you have anything in particular to say. Other than that, I will see you next time. Peace.